And with another video. I hope that you guys can see and hear me good. Hopefully this internet connection is great throughout the entire live. But I'm not going to be on here for too long, guys. I just wanted to chime in with everyone, with the family, friends, everybody that's subscribed to the channel, the viewers. All right, you guys. So, as you can see, the title is called Will the Narcissist Always Be the Loser? After dealing with you and after you experiencing narcissistic abuse. Is the narcissist the loser? And I actually got this from somebody left a comment on my video that I posted about someone was basically saying that I the community tab that I posted in regards to, what's the lesson that you learned from dealing with narcissism. And the person was saying, like, they still haven't learned, or maybe they're still battling and fighting with the narcissist. And so, I made a video basically saying, if you've been battling and fighting with the narcissist for many years, I was saying, like, here's how to win the war. Because, when you're dealing with a narcissist, it's a constant battle, it's a constant fight. It's all about power and control, it's about manipulation, it's about jealousy, you know, and it's not about love, it's not about empathy, it's not about taking accountability for their actions, or apologizing or realizing their mistakes, or being humble and just admitting the truth. Like with the narcissist, we all know it's about deception. It's about envy, it's about competition. And a comment, they was basically saying that the narcissist will always be the loser. And I thought that that was pretty interesting because me personally, I feel like, the narcissists, they do lose. You know why? Because if you're watching this, you're probably an empathic person, and you probably did love the narcissist, or you love their false self. And so, the narcissist probably took you for granted, or, they made you feel like an option, or maybe they made you feel insecure, or maybe they talked down on you, or they demeaned you, or degraded you, and stuff like that. And now you're no longer in contact with them, and they could actually be missing you. They might be missing your energy. They may be missing the time that you guys spent, and especially, you guys know, holiday time right now, right? So this is probably a time that the narcissist could try to, see what you're up to, see what you're doing. But you could be long gone. Maybe you moved on, or you could be single, or you might be saying, I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have treated that person that way, and stuff like that. And so you just kind of want to be mindful that the narcissists, they do lose because they lose you. You're probably a good person, or genuine, and you had good intentions and stuff like that. And the narcissist doesn't have you in their life, and they could be missing out on that. um, you know but we all know the narcissist, yeah, they try to win at all costs. And how the narcissist wins is, they keep you in that toxic negative cycle of abuse. So they if they could have you yearning for them and missing them and chasing them and reaching out to them constantly, then they feel like, yeah, I won. Or if they have you, and then they have the new supply, and then they have parents, or other people that they talk to and stuff like that, then you could have that kind of dynamic going on. But if anybody comes in the room, please feel free to say hello, say hi. Hopefully you're doing well. And make sure that you guys do subscribe to the channel. I know I didn't put this on the community board, but I'm going to post, I guess, after the live, that I was live. And make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram, at Live Narc Free, and make sure that you guys do like my Facebook page at Live Narc Free. But yeah, you guys, just understand, the narcissist is losing you, but you guys have to remember, you're not really losing anything if you think about it. Because as I did on a short, you have to remember that this narcissist, they didn't love you. You get me? They didn't have the best intentions for you, and they didn't care about you. So it's like, if you think about it, you're like, well, am I really losing anybody of value? Am I losing anyone of substance? Am I losing anyone that had my back or that had my best interest at heart. You get me? Because sometimes it could be where we could be still maybe feeling pain, or maybe we're still fighting with the narc, or we could be grieving, or we could be feeling lonely and yearning for the narc. But you have to remember, are the feelings mutual? Are the feelings reciprocal? You get me? Or is it more so like you're missing them, loving on them, and they're just kind of giving you breadcrumbs? Or, are they manipulating the situation, trying to control it, and, twisting your words and making you feel sad or making you feel depressed and stuff like that. So you just kind of want to keep that in mind to see like if you're really missing anything, because we all know, or if we don't know, a healthy relationship or even a friendship is all about give and take, like reciprocity, balance, empathy, love, care, affection, and supporting one another, building each other up, being honest, open communication, et cetera, and stuff like that. So you just kind of want to, keep that in mind. And the thing about it, though, that gets us, I feel like, is that the narcissist, they can display those traits and those attributes in the beginning, right? That's how they get a lot of us. And that's when it's the love bombing, right? Is what that happens. And it's the grooming, and, they're trying to basically set you up so that way, you can be a secure supply for them. You get me? And so, you kind of have that going on. It's like they kind of program you to make you feel like, you can open up to them, that you can trust them, and that, you can let your guard down. And for some, we fall in love with that. We fall in love with that false self, or their false persona, their ego, or whatever it is that they are presenting to us. And so you just kind of want to keep that in mind. If you feel like, yeah, I lost out on a narc, and I want to get back with them, just remember like how they're treating you now versus how it was in the beginning, and realize how they're treating you now is that's how they really feel about you. You get me? And they can manipulate it for sure. They can manipulate the situation to where it's a back and forth where it's like highs and lows, ups and downs, where it's the love bombing, it's the grooming, and then it's the devaluation, the discard, and it just kind of keeps the cycle just continues. You get me? And even after the fact, they're still trying to get you back in the cycle or set you up to, to go backwards, because, they're hoovering you, they're reaching out to you with flying monkeys, or, excuse me, narc harems, and agents, minions of the narc, and stuff like that. And also too, this could you can relate this to, friends, narcissistic friends, or narcissistic in-laws, narcissistic siblings, excuse me, and stuff like that. And so you just want to remember that the narc in-law is missing out on you. You probably was a good daughter-in-law or son-in-law, to that narc in-law, and you wanted to be accepted, you wanted to be a part of the family, but some way, somehow, that narc in-law didn't give you a chance. They didn't want you a part of the family because maybe they felt threatened by you in some form and shape and way. And they didn't want their son or daughter to not look up to them anymore. They didn't want you to replace them, because the narc in-laws wants all the attention on them, of course. And so you just kind of want to keep that in mind. And also friends too. Maybe you was a really good friend to this narc friend, and maybe they could be realizing like, well, dang, this person really cared about me, or they, gave me good advice or whatever like that. And I lost out on a good friend. Because the thing about it is the narcissists, they know like if you're a good person, and they choose you carefully. They choose their victims carefully. And the thing is the narcissists, they do like to go after empathic people, because they know that a lot of them will give them the benefit of the doubt more than often. Narcissists, they don't target people that are similar to them. Some of them will. It just really depends on what the narcissist is trying to extract from that person. But most of them will target people that's like the complete opposite, because what the narcissist wants to do is they want to use that person, they want to manipulate, and they want to take that person's energy, take that person's feelings, take that person's emotions away from them. You get me? And so, yeah, you just kind of want to keep that in mind. In regards to, narcissistic bosses or coworkers, Yeah, they're missing out because you probably was a good worker, you was a hard worker, and you showed up, you did your job, and you went home. You wasn't about the drama, and most of the people at the job are probably the complete opposite of you, but for some way, somehow, the bosses or the coworkers felt threatened by you. They probably felt like, oh, that person's gonna take my position, and so I gotta, do things or say things to trigger that person. So you just kind of want to keep that in mind. But just understand, you guys, the narcissists, I'm not like saying, oh, name calling or whatever, but the narcissists, they do lose. They do. They lose you. You were the prize. You were the catch. And the narcissist knows that. They know what they're doing. Trust me. They're not stupid. In fact, I personally think a lot of narcissists are pretty smart, intelligent. A lot of them are. They read a lot of books and they study human behavior, most of them. And they know what they're doing, you guys. So don't think for 1 second that the narcissist is, if they're trying to pretend like they don't know something, or they're pretending like, oh, they didn't know that they hurt you, or pretending like, you know, they don't know what's going on. Trust me, they know. You get me. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful. I'll try to make sure that I put on the community tab board when I'm going live. But I hope that this is helpful to you guys. I know, again, it is the holiday season, so I know a lot of you guys could be either in contact with the narc, or maybe you're no contact, or maybe it's limited contact for certain particular reasons. Because I do understand, like, some people could be married to the narcissist or living with them or have children with them, and it's like you can't avoid them. And a lot of times, you might be fed up, or you might be like, man, like, I'm just ready for something new. I want something different. And the narcissist they can kind of get a gut feeling or an intuition that maybe you're fed up or you want to leave and stuff like that. And so they may be trying to do nice things for you during this period of time and kiss up to you, to stop you from leaving, because they know if they lose you, they may not find anybody else like you. So, sometimes you might just have to teach the narcissist a lesson and let them know, like, hey, it's not okay to treat people like that. But we all know the narcissists, they don't really learn. They don't learn because a lot of them don't think that they're doing anything wrong. So you just kind of want to keep that in mind. But understand the narcissists, they do lose you. They do lose, and they feel it. They know, and that's the reason why they never let you go. And this could be anyone, like I said, a partner, a family member, an aunt, uncle, or brother, or sister, in-law, anyone. They know. And so, but some of them, they like to mistreat people. They like to abuse people. They don't care. That's just what it is. And if you're dealing with narcissistic family members during the holiday time, just got to prepare yourself, you guys. You got to prepare yourself, and you have to be emotionally stable, emotionally in control, and don't let them trigger you. Don't let them get you all riled up and get you out of character and make you feel, less than, or make you feel unvalued, or less worthy than what you are. Because a lot of times, as I always say, these narcissistic parents, in-laws, siblings, they're projecting themselves onto you, because a lot of them, they're not happy people, you guys. You have to remember, that's the reason why they're around you, because you might have, like I said, good energy. You may be a content person. Thank y'all for the like. And please feel free to chime in if anybody has anything they want to add. Like I said, I didn't put this on the community tab, so I know a lot of people probably didn't know about me going live, but I'm here, y'all. But yeah, they're not happy people, and like I said, they just, misery loves company, you guys. Misery loves company, and it's just sad. It's sad. Do you feel like narcissist is a loser, or that they will always be a loser? Because like I said, I got that comment on my the video that I made, and I get it. It can be a battle, you guys. I know. Trust me. I know that it's a battle dealing with the narcissist, because, again, they won't take no for an answer, or they don't, in their mind, they don't like to lose. So, like, they don't like to lose their supply. They like to have, they like it to be where their supply is always, they have access to them. You get me? And I think that's why a lot of them don't like to give you closure, because they know, like, oh, well, if I don't give them closure, then it's always, the door is open, and stuff like that. So they have access to you, because you could be wondering, like, a normal, anybody would wonder like what happened, like why there's no closure, you know. And so you're always going to be thinking, you're always going to be wondering, you get me. And the thing about it, like normal people can do this too. Like you may have people that are not narcissists per se that could, you know, for some strange reason they may not give you closure, or you know there's the door is still open and it's for, you know, particular reasons. But they're not narcissists. They just might be dealing with some other stuff like emotional unavailability things, or you know, maybe they're not used to opening up or expressing their emotions and feelings. You can have that. And then it could also be, you know, some people have the tendencies of being narcissistic, you know, but not saying that they're a full blown narc. You get me? And stuff like that. So you just kind of, you know, you want to keep that in mind. But just make sure that you continue to keep focusing on yourself and loving on you and healing, recovering. That's how you win. That's how you win against the narcissist, because they're going to be doing things to try to get under your skin, and you just have to stay strong and stay focused, and not let it get to you. You know, you have to be one of those type of people where like nothing can break you or nothing can shake you. It's just kind of like you're, you know, like who you are from within. You get me? And stuff like that. So, but anyway, you guys, I'm so happy to be back on the live. I hope that you guys enjoy this. Make sure that you do give this video a like, share, and subscribe. I would love to know what was you guys' takeaway. What were your thoughts on this? And if you guys have any other topics that you want me to make a video about, I would love to know. That way we can all help each other heal, move on, and recover. Um, and if you guys are alone during the holiday season, it's okay, you guys. As I always say, you don't feel like you have to get underneath someone, because when you're by yourself, that's when you learn how to love yourself and you trust yourself, right? Because I know a lot of people could be dealing with trust issues, like the video that I made. I got a comment. The person was saying like that is their challenge, like they don't trust anybody, and I get it. I totally get it, because I was like that when I first got out of the abuse back in 2014 with the male narc and my aunt, and even the borderline in 2016. I was like that. I didn't trust people. But when I started to build my relationship with God, and I just started, you know, I talk to God like how I talk to you guys, you know, or how if I talk to like one of my close friends or something, like that's how I talk to God, like in the morning and at night. And when I started to build that relationship with God, I was just like, okay, God, like I can rely on you, you know, like, and I feel like God is, he's like everything. He loves us. He supports us. He doesn't judge us. He loves us unconditionally, you know, and he's there for us. And so a lot of the times, and this is another lesson that I learned just real quick, is when I was dealing with I lived with my aunt for 5 years, and I dealt with the male narc while living with my aunt at the same time. I realized that they brought me closer to God, you know. And so sometimes things that happen in your life, it can do that, you know. So, you know, you have to kind of, if you're not there yet, you don't see the lesson, I totally get it. But in due time, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this was the lesson. This is the reason why this person came into my life. You get me? So, but anyway, I hope that this helps and resonates with you guys. I would love to know your feedback. Please be sure to give this video a like, share, and subscribe. And till the next time, I love you guys. Bye.